back to Dubsy Bricks for another episode of Building Gotham City in Lego. Last week we worked on this area just here, prototyped the raised train line supports, made amendments to the stock exchange and moved the courthouse over on the actual mills plate. Made a start on the end of the raised platform area, and this week I want to concentrate on the back of the raised platform area. And what I want to do, I want to bring the entire platform this way by 16 studs. And the reason I want to do that, I want to rotate Arkham Asylum by 90 degrees and also Ace Chemicals and the dock area by 90 degrees as well, and just see how it looks. If by doing that, I should free up a bigger channel in the middle where the bridge is going to be going out of the city. So I think it could potentially look that a little bit better. So let's just slide everything down, see how it looks, and then we'll check back in once we've done so. And here we have version 628 of Gotham City, and I'm really liking the changes once again. All this grey section here will be water, and the blue plate there, that's where the bridge is going to start to lead out of Gotham City. The Arkham Asylum, there's going to be a bridge which will connect to that bridge, so that'll be how you get in and out of the island section just there. What I need to do is work out how I'm going to finish this part off along here. I may just bring that section just across a little bit. The section down here is obviously 16 studs, as I mentioned earlier, and I don't really want to purchase a load of 16 wide base plates. So what I could do, those three base plates, they're all 32 by 32s. I could change those for 48 by 48s, so that is a possibility, and then I won't have that problem. And the same I could do down on this end here. So I just need to work out the best combination with the base plates, but yeah, really happy with the changes on the back there. Swinging around to this part of the city, again, I'm quite liking this built up area just here. And I think about having the Monarch Theatre just here, and then there'll be an alleyway that will cut through here, through the back of where the Sanctum Sanctorum is. Obviously the Sanctum won't be here because it's Gotham, it's DC, not Marvel. So I'll put another building there, and then Crime Alley will come out just here. So that's just something I'm considering at the moment. The raised train line will come round the front of the flat iron there, all the way around the back here, and then along, and then just do a loop back to the raised platform and the train station here. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's get the base plate sorted out over here and start making some amendments. And that's the 32 by 32 base plates all swapped over with the 48 by 48s. So it's enabled me to join the two sections up with the water now. I've also extended this by 4 studs as well, and I'm a lot happier with the width of that. So if there was a vehicle parked on there, it would look a lot better than what it previously would. Beforehand, there was just not enough room. Just need to work out how vehicles would get up and down from that section. What I'm going to concentrate now on is this part just here. I'm going to extend the docks along until it reaches this platform here. And I am going to extend this out by 4 studs as well. So also I need to work on this part. So let's find some base plates out. They're going to fill the gap here, and then we can crack on with that. And that's the base plates all sorted out between the warehouse and the raised platform. Still need to tile it, obviously, but before I do that, I want to work out what I'm going to be doing with this section. Is there going to be a ramp going up to this, or am I just going to leave it as it is? The other problem I've got is the road comes here, and I need to work out how it's going to be getting to the warehouse section and also to Ace Chemicals. Now, one option I've got, I could push that forward. However, if I do so, it's going to be eaten into the channel of water that's just there, which is going to make it a little bit difficult for me putting a bridge. Because if I put a bridge there and I push it over too far, you're realistically not going to be able to have boats in front of the docks area there. So again, that doesn't work quite right. Now, one thing I was considering doing was not having the road down the bottom there, but having the road up high. So there'll be a big bridge that comes out here and goes through Wayne Tower and then down the main street there. But again, I'm not convinced that that is the best way forward. So there's a lot of decisions I need to make on that. But before I do that, I don't want to have to keep destroying things as I've been doing. So I want to make sure I have a good think about that before I proceed forward with it. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to actually start working on the raised platform here, the train track. And then once I've done that, then I can start working out how high up it's coming and whether or not it's possible to put a bridge going out of there. So let's turn our attentions to this area and we'll check back in once we've made some progress. And here we have the 2 platforms either side of the train track. The one on the left hand side here I'm probably not actually going to be using for the passengers to walk along. It's more going to be there for the support pillars to take the weight of the roof section, which is going to help to hold up the skyscrapers once we get to that stage. So the train station is going to be pretty much the whole length of the platform there, and the entrance is almost certainly going to be this end. And the reason I'm going for this end is due to this area just here, there's going to be more I can do with making the entrance to the train station look that little bit better. The train track's obviously going to come off around this side, so how I'm going to get people up to that bit, I'm not sure. Whether I modify this and have some steps going up, again, that's something I need to work out a little bit further down the line. There is obviously going to be steps down that end, so I might have it so you can get into the train station from both sides, but this is going to be the end, I think, where you've got the more grand looking entrance to the train station. I'm really pleased with how this is all coming on. What I want to do next is build another support structure here for the train line, just to get a feel, to make sure it's all looking good and how I want it to look. Before I go any further with building up the top of here with the train station, one thing I do need to do is get these shops all filled out down the bottom there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the one that's on the very end here, and that's going to be Gotham's Lego Store. And here we have set number 40528, and it is one of the promotions or the gift with purchases that came on the opening day of the Blanchardstown Lego Store on the outskirts of Dublin. And I've decided Gotham needs a Lego store, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the parts out of this set and try and integrate it into one of the shops that's below the raised platform. So let's unbox this set here and see what we can come up with. And there we have it, the Gotham Lego Store. Really pleased with how it's come out. It's a nice size. All I need to do is get a couple of doors to go on the front of it, but the yellow really does pop against all of the light bluish grey. Try to keep the style very similar to the set that was released. The interior is using all of the parts and the little mini builds that you would have in the windows. So yeah, really happy with how that's come out. I'm going to look forward to getting the other buildings all put in along there as well. And going by the nice pop of colour with the yellow, I might try and do something similar with the other shop fronts as well and go for brighter colours, as this is going to be quite a dark city, but just having those little bits like the yellow there, I think really does add a lot to the build. But yeah, happy with how that's all come out. A couple of weeks ago, I went to the opening of the Blanchardstown store, and somebody asked me why I was using the pick-a-brick cups, and because they obviously had the boxes there, and did I think the boxes were a better deal than the pad cups. Well, this last week I've been to the UK, went to the Southampton Lego store, didn't have any pick-a-brick cups with me, so I had to use the boxes. So I thought I'm going to have a look and try each one of these boxes and see which one is best. Is it the box or is it the cup? So without further ado, let's get the cups out and see how much of each of these boxes I can fit into a cup. So with the 1x10 bricks, it is an absolute no-brainer. They're so awkward to get into a cup, and you'd be lucky if the Lego store would allow you to get with it overhanging by that much, and even ramming them all in there. Yes, you could fit loads of smaller pieces in here, but again, when I do that, it tends to be a piece I don't really need. It's just getting them for the sake of it. And there's all of these bricks here which haven't even fitted into the cup. So certainly when you're going for the larger bricks, it's definitely worth using the boxes as opposed to the pick-a-brick cups. Anyway, let's have a look at the plates and see what the situation is with them. With the next box, it's the 2x8 plates, and I've tried to get these in here as best I can. Now there is a bit of a gap down the bottom there, possibly made that a little bit too wide on one corner there. But as you can see, all of the ones that are fitted in there, there is a fair bit of gap all the way around, but there's no way that you would possibly get all of these parts here in, which is what I've got left over basically. So once again, it is a case of if you are filling up the boxes with plates or bricks, then the box is a no-brainer. There's too many gaps in here, and you could start filling it up with these 1x1 studs here, but again, as you can see, the amount you've got in this cup here, I could pour this entire cup into a box and there'd still be more room in there than what the gap is at the very top. So it's simply a case the boxes are much better value for money. And it's always a good day when the Lego.com orders arrive. Here I think it's about 800 of the 2x2 light bluish grey bricks. In here I've got 140, I think it is, of the cross sections here, and these are all for the raised train line. There's a couple of spears in there and helmets for different knights, and I've also got a whole load of the 6x6 light bluish grey tiles for Mandalore. So yeah, really pleased this order's coming so quickly. All of the items are obviously on the bestseller list, but I think it took less than a week for that to arrive. So happy days. So now these parts have all arrived. Let's get these cross sections put into the raised train line so it's all the correct colour, and let's see how it looks. And that's 4 sections of the raised train line all started off, and really liking the look of this, how it's coming out. The dark bluish grey certainly works well. I was originally going to use dark bluish grey on the outside bit as well, using some of the modified bricks. However, I do think that using the light bluish grey masonry bricks does finish it off quite well. Still need to do the supports that are going to be going across the top, and that's going to take the weight of the train line that's going to be going through Wayne Tower eventually. But really happy with the progress we've managed to get done this past week. Absolutely loving the Lego store at the bottom of the raised platform area. The pop of yellow, as I mentioned earlier, I think really works well. I can't wait to get started on the actual train station along here. Do need to order a few parts in because the colours I want to go for on there, I don't have enough of those bits. But again, I am still looking at designs of how that's going to be. As you can see here, I've started to use some hinge pieces, and that's trying to work out how I'm going to support the train line going around the corner to join on to the raised platform area. Over the back there, really pleased with the decision to rotate the Arkham Island and the Ace Chemicals and Docks area as well. I think once that has water all in that section just there, it is going to look considerably better. All I need to do is get a couple of base plates in there and cover it over with a water effect. However, again, I run out of the trans blue tiles, so I need to wait for those to come on the pick brick wall again, so hopefully they won't be too long and I'll get those on there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, please give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future content on the channel, and please show your family and friends. Anyway, thanks for watching by. See you next time. Bye for now.